Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andy, and today we have the March monthly reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Welcome guys, I hope that you guys are doing really well. Welcome to the Cross Watchers. We're gonna go ahead and get started with your reading in 1 second. I'm just gonna say a quick disclaimer just to remind everyone that you're watching a general reading on YouTube for the general sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, different people, different situations, different messages. If I am describing a situation or I'm relaying a message to you that is making literally no sense to what's going on in your life, then disregard that message because that message will most likely be intended for another viewer, another Cancer, or a cross watcher that is watching, okay? I'm just the messenger. Don't get mad at me. Don't get upset. I think that oftentimes when people get upset and people get really triggered about something that I'm saying, it's usually not because it doesn't resonate with you, because something doesn't resonate with you, that shouldn't upset you. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel triggered. It's just like, oh, what the heck? Like, that doesn't make sense. But people that are getting upset and triggered by messages, I feel, and this is really what I feel in the almost 2 years I've been reading tarot for people, most of the times I find that it's because the message does resonate and you are having difficulty accepting it, or admitting the acceptance, or admitting the message, or accepting the message, whatever it may be. I know that sometimes we just kind of struggle with that. So just keep that in mind. If you're not in the place to hear the honest, blunt, straightforward truth, which is how I read, then I'm probably not the reader for you. This is probably not going to be the reading for you, okay? Because I don't like to beat around the bush. I don't like to tell you that it's all going to be okay if it's really not. Who knows? At the end of the day, I think it's always going to be okay, but in your particular situation, you may feel a little bit hopeless. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about what I saw when I was connecting with your energy for your channeled message, because yes, we're doing those this month if you have been missing those, like I have. What I saw first was like someone being pinned to a cross, like someone's arms out, and then like them being like literally how like in the Bible, I think it's Jesus. I'm like, I should know, but pretty sure it's Jesus gets pinned to a cross. It's kind of like that story, but I see that as you. I see that that's how you're feeling in the month of March, that you're feeling like it's almost, but like what I was getting was that like it was like as you were being pinned, I kind of heard you saying, or I heard your higher self saying, like I can't win. I just can't win. It's like no matter what I do, I'm crucified for what I do. No matter what I do, I'm objectified. No matter what I do, I'm somehow blamed. I'm somehow turned into the victim, and I'm somehow punished for whatever I do. I feel like Cancer, you may be trying to help a lot of people in the month of March, and it may start to turn into, you may be going into, because Pisces season is making you very sensitive, okay? And I don't mean this necessarily just emotionally sensitive within yourself. Skip forward. I mean this sensitive to others, so to people around you. So this is definitely a month to be cautious about who you're hanging out with, who you're allowing into your space, and who you're dealing with, okay? Because it's going to be a month where you can easily, very, very easily be influenced by whatever comes up. Negative situations comes up, you become negative. Positive situations come up, you become positive. In the month of March, you really, really are going to be like a literal sponge where you're just going to be soaking up whatever is in and or around you. So just be cautious and aware of that and mindful of what you are allowing. This is what you're watching, so be mindful of what you're watching. News, videos, TV, whatever it is you're watching, be mindful of it. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of what you're saying. Be mindful of who you talk to. Be mindful of gossiping. Keep out for that. Do not gossip. Be mindful of the music that you're listening to, the words that you're listening to. Just be really mindful of everything that you're taking in through every single sense of your body, and be really mindful that whatever it is that you're allowing is essential, is needed, and is something that is going to help you in some way, shape, or form, or is adding to your life, not taking away, not distracting, not stressing, and not remaining in a stagnant place. But like I said, other than you guys being really, really receptive to energies, I feel like you guys are trying to help a lot of people, but it's turning into, because, and this is why I brought up the sensitivity, aside from that, this sensitivity is gonna come in from like because you're going to be so sensitive to others' energies, and you're going to be really able to like feel and also absorb other people's energies this month, be cautious to not turn into an overbearing mother, because you are the mother of the zodiac. You do have that nurturing, caring, loving side, and you do like to fix people's problems. You like to help people. You like to give advice, and you like to be there for people, etc., etc. That's awesome. I love that about you, and so many people love that about you. The thing that we do not love about you, let's be real, is when you are trying to help someone that doesn't want to be helped, when you're giving advice when no one fucking asked you for your, no one's asking for advice, don't give it. Do you get what I'm saying? So be mindful, like I said, of your words and your thoughts, because you might have a tendency to want to become overbearing, want to like, oh, let me take care of you, let me help you, I know how to fix this, I don't, if someone is not asking for your help, for your advice, for your guidance, do not give it. This is something that I've learned, because I used to be like that. I have my rising's Cancer, so I think that's what that was, because years ago I used to be like that, like even last year, like let's be real, I really was like, oh, let me do this, like I would just start offering help and offering advice, and like so many, and I'm a Sag too, which Sag are known to kind of give unsolicited opinions, kind of just speak their mind and say, oh, I'm gonna let you know how I feel even though you didn't ask. I've learned that that doesn't really go well. That makes people feel a certain type of way, and that's totally fine. My thing is, I tell all my friends and everyone that's close to me, if you don't want to know what I really think, do not ask me, because if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you the truth straight up. I'm not gonna go out of my way to tell you, but if you ask me, do not expect me to beat around the bush or to lay it down gently for you. Hell no, I don't do that. I don't work that way. That's just how it is. So just be mindful of that, because you may have the tendency or the need, you might feel like you want to fix everyone, you want to help everyone, and just be mindful of that unless people are asking you, do not give it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you offer help. Hey, if you ever need me, I'm here. But don't push. I feel like you might want to be pushy, you might want to be intrusive into people's lives, even if they're close to you, even if they're friends and loved ones. Just be mindful of that, because I think that's kind of where that victimizing gets. I think that's kind of where you might get victimized, because it's like you'll kind of do this and then somehow the tables will turn, and then people might get mad at you, people might get angry at you, and then that's where you'll feel like a victim, like, well, I'm just trying to help, like I just want to help you, but again, if it's unsolicited, you can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped anyway. So just remember that, Cancer. That's a very important life lesson for Cancers. You cannot help someone that does not want to be helped, okay? I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I saw? There was something else. What was it, Spirit? There was something else. Well, it came after the crucifixion. What was it? Oh, something about like, it was so stupid. Sorry, not stupid. It was very random. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys are bakers or something like that, or you like to bake cookies. But there was some, I think it's just more so it's not this literal thing, but what they were showing me is like you baked cookies or something like that. You had cookies, you made cookies, you made something, right? You created something, and then you created it, and then you let it sit there, and then people started to take these cookies or whatever it is, started to take this stuff that you created without you saying that no one could, but without you saying that people could. You know what I'm saying? You didn't give permission, but you also didn't say that you couldn't have whatever it was that you did. And then you were getting frustrated, and then again, being kind of angry, and then lashing out. So there could be a new project or something that you're trying to create, something that you're trying to start up, whether it's like actual cookies or a physical item or just an idea of a project and you're just trying to start it. Maybe you'll start speaking about it, and then maybe someone will steal your idea, maybe someone will take your cookies, maybe someone will rob your business, something like that, where it's like something that you're creating, you're making, someone, if you don't set clear boundaries of like, this is mine and I don't want anyone else to do this same thing that I'm doing, people might have the tendency to be inspired, but really kind of just take from what you're doing. So just keep an eye out for that as well. We're gonna go ahead and now start into your reading. I don't even know how long that was, but that was really, really long. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. So again, that was your channeled portion of the reading. Let's see what tarot says. Let's see what the tarot says about the month of March for you. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, what is going on in the month of March for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What's going on in the month of March for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? What's going on? We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun. What else is going on in the month of March? King of Swords and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so you definitely, I feel like, are in the limelight right now. I feel like you definitely have a lot of people looking up to you, watching what you're doing right now with your life. Maybe a lot of you guys are either making big moves or getting ready to make a big move. Super focused on your career. I definitely think that there could be big moves being made in your career. Queen of Pentacles. So physical, material, energy, stability. You're really focused on becoming more stable financially. You're really focused on becoming secure. There's something that you really have. Look at the way that she's looking at that coin. Look at the way that she's holding this coin of hers. Like it's like her freaking baby. Like you're putting all your nurturing motherly energy into this new project, this new idea, this new business venture, whatever it is, this new, I don't know, it could even just be like your work ethic is just really good. Like you're just really focused on work, you're really focused on doing your thing, making your coin, and just being happy. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's something that makes you really, really, really happy with the Sun card. So whatever this thing is that you're doing right now that you're really focused on, and you're working hard and you're being diligent and you're being consistent, okay? Because Pentacles energy is a consistent energy. It's slow moving, but it's consistent. It's hardworking, slow moving, but consistent and stable. The stability comes from the consistency with the Queen or the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys are just being, you're finding stability in your consistency by, you're trying to make sure that whatever you say you're gonna do, you follow up and you actually do it. And whatever it is, it's something that is the work that you're doing makes you really happy. It could even just be because your work ethic is really good right now. You're really like happy and you feel good. You're like, oh, like, good job. Like, you're doing all the things that you say you're gonna do. I feel like you feel really good about yourself right now and about what you're doing. King of Swords, I feel like I'm gonna want to clarify this one. Actually, that's what I feel like. Just because it's next to the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I'm just gonna say what I think this is now, but I'm gonna clarify just to get a little bit more insight. So I'm kind of getting this energy that this is, that I still kind of feel like this could go two ways. I kind of feel like this could be like a doubt creeping in, because I kind of feel like Spirit is saying that in March you really need to be secure in your ideas and secure in what you're trying to do and to communicate clearly. Again, don't beat around the bush. Don't offer up too much of yourself or too much of your advice and your time. Don't give away too much of, I feel like your word is very valuable. Your words are valuable. So I feel like you probably just give really, really good advice. So just be cautious of who you're giving your advice to. Because again, I just feel like it may be unsolicited. Do not give unsolicited advice. So let's clarify the King of Swords, please. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Clarify the King of Swords for me. What is that in relation to what for March? In relation to your 10, yeah, so basically you need to be really clear about what you want for yourself and like almost like be kind of demanding of it. Does that make sense? So King of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. So really just being like, if let's say like you're starting a new job or new project with the team that you're working with or your boss that you're working with or your employees that you're working with, you need to, if you really want to be focused on this, if you really want to have success in the way that you want it and feel good about it and not feel like you cheated people or robbed people or are doing things wrong, if you're doing things right with integrity, right? You really need to be honest and vocal with yourself and with the people that you're working with or surrounded with in the month of March. Because I feel like that's gonna bring a lot of success. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun card, it's looking really, really good for you, Cancer. March is looking awesome. March is looking like it's finally time for you to receive what is deserved to you. It's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to be fulfilled with your work, to be fulfilled with finances, to find stability again. And that stability is really just gonna bring a sense of grounding for you, where you're gonna feel not so watery in the month of March. Even though, again, like I said, we are in Pisces season, but that sensitivity can be used to your benefit. Again, if you're gonna be sensitive to people's energies, instead of letting it absorb and affect you, use that to your advantage if you're able to pick up on how people are feeling or the energies and vibes that you're getting around certain people, because that might guide and steer you in case you're surrounding yourself with negative people. If you're feeling negative, cut those people out, cut yourself from the equation. And again, be very honest. I feel like a lot of you guys may be needing to cut yourself from certain circles or from certain people or cut certain things off. And that's where you need to be very honest, very blunt, and very direct, because this being in the King of Swords energy, being direct and honest about what it is that you want and need from others, whether it's in work or just in your personal life, that's what's going to bring stability. That's what's going to bring success. That's what's going to bring in the money. That's what's going to bring in balance. That's what's going to bring in security. And I feel like those are all things that you're working on. And it's something that's going to make you happy. Clarify the Ace of Swords in reverse for me, please. The Tower in reverse. I feel like there's something that you're not wanting to do, because I feel like the Tower is always just like, it's something that we don't really want to do, but we kind of have to. I feel like you're delaying the inevitable is basically what's happening, Cancer. Like I said, I'm really going to go off of that because that's what I feel it is that I feel like you guys do need to cut out, and it could be habits. It might not even just be people, interacting with people, that's a habit, but it may just be a habit or a trait within yourself that you are having a hard time letting go, because right now we're in major transitionary periods collectively where we're shedding our old self and really stepping into our new cycles. And this is collectively, this is for everyone. The thing is, the more resistance you put up, the more uncomfortable and the more challenges you're gonna face stepping into this new cycle that you have, because something new is going on, whether it's within yourself or external, just in your life. There's new energy here. This is all new energy, new success, new abundance, new life, lots of it. But there's something that I feel you guys need to let go of, or put a period on the end of a sentence, like really finish and close out something from your past or something that's going on right now that I feel like you guys are delaying. It'll end eventually. That's what I'm trying to say, is that it will end no matter what. It's just a matter of time and a matter of how it's gonna happen. I always say this, the Tower doesn't mean that something bad is gonna happen to you, but it does mean that divine intervention is up in the air. Meaning that because this is being delayed, it's something that's gonna happen eventually. And divine intervention could literally just look like you finally having a realization and waking up and being like, okay, I know what I need to do, I'm gonna go do it now. That could be divine intervention. Especially right now when you're so sensitive to energies, because if you're really sensitive to energies in March, you're gonna be really sensitive to the advice and the messages that your guides are giving you right now, okay? Because I feel like they're really trying to guide you from going in a certain way. I keep getting this thing about gossip. Gossip keeps coming around. Like, I keep hearing that word, gossip, don't gossip, gossip, don't gossip. So just be mindful of who and what you're speaking on, because that could create a lot of negativity. So make sure you're not speaking negatively about anyone in the month of March. I feel like that could end up coming back to bite you in the butt, in the sense that it could just affect your energy in a negative way and bring you down. Or also whatever you're gossiping about might hear about it and things might not go so great, okay? So just keep that in mind. I kind of also am getting, because the Tower is just like the Tower in reverse, delaying that inevitability. It could be that there is something that you're gonna be talking about gossiping, like I said, that someone I think might hear about it. So just be really, really careful about that, Cancer. I'm just gonna say that. So we're gonna take a look at, what do we want to take a look at? I really am really intrigued about this over here. I'm really intrigued. What do we want to look at? I don't even know. Let's see. What is it? What is it that's being, okay. Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're delaying offering someone something. Like, I feel like you have more to offer someone, but you're not. Like, I feel like you have more of yourself. You either have more energy, more love, more something. You have more of something that you're either not willing to give to someone or you're kind of holding back. I feel like you could be testing someone, or you could be trying to understand or analyze someone. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, with the Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like you could be wanting to give someone more or give someone an opportunity, but I feel like either A, you're being selfish, or you're just not quite sure if you really trust this person or this situation in order to like fully dive into it. So this doesn't have to deal with a person. I think that this is, but I feel like that's what you need to be honest about. There's someone that you need to be honest about with, Cancer. And it could be yourself. I think it's an external energy outside of you. That's the way that I'm feeling it. I think that you need to be honest and straightforward with someone. So there may be something that like you want to tell someone that maybe you've been gossiping about behind their back, like complaining about them, complaining about the way that they're doing something, etc., etc. You need to just confront them and just tell them, because that energy is not doing anyone any good, and that type of energy is actually going to affect you negatively, and it's going to keep this success and abundance further away from you. I feel like you have something to say, you have something to offer, and I think that you need to kind of open up or let your guard down, whatever needs to happen, and express it and be honest. Make sure that you're doing it out of love. And yeah, I feel like you just need to be real. You need to be real. I feel like I feel like this person kind of knows. I feel like they kind of know that something's wrong. Because I feel like they could be ignoring you. There could be someone that's trying to like avoid you or ignore you because they know that you feel a certain way, but they also know that they know the kind of person you are, and you're probably not going to confront them, and you're probably not going to call them out or tell them or whatever it is that you need to, or ask them whatever it is that you need to do towards this person. You're not going to, because I feel like you're just kind of really keeping to yourself. I feel that part of you guys want to just kind of keep to yourself because you're so focused on your goals right now that you don't want anything to kind of mess that rhythm up. I don't think that would. I actually think that ignoring the problem and not confronting whatever needs to be confronted, and not cutting out whatever needs to be cut out, and not saying whatever needs to be said, those things, that is what will create lack in your life. That is what will create you to not be able to reach that success or that goal. So just keep that in mind and be aware for the month of March. Let's go into blockages. So what's getting in the way, what's getting in the way of Cancer in the month of March? What's getting in Cancer's way? Intuition. So again, same thing. There's another sign that got this as well. I don't remember what it was, but the thing about this coming up as your challenge or your blockage, it's discernment, okay? So it is the same thing that I told the other sign, because it's the same exact thing. It's being able to discern what is your intuition versus what is your ego speaking. Does that make sense? Because our ego tells us to do things. Our ego does guide us, maybe wrongfully so, usually wrongfully so, but it's like a guidance system. I think of it very similar to how I think of my intuition, except your intuition is your soul speaking, and that other voice is your ego speaking. You have two voices. There's always that duality, right? So just be really mindful and be really aware. Mindfulness and awareness are going to be your best friends this month, really becoming self-aware. I always say that self-aware is the key to everything anyways, but it's really gonna help in this situation because like you might start perceiving, or you might already have, or you may just be confused of what is your intuition telling you and what is your ego telling you. And you'll know that you're in this confused place when you're like, oh, I don't really know what to do, or I'm not really sure. When you're not really sure and you don't really know what to do, it's because your ego and your intuition are blurring the line in between them and kind of not becoming the same thing, but you're interpreting them as the same thing when they are two separate things. One is going to help you advance and one is not going to help you advance. And the one that's not going to help you advance is going to make you think that it can help you advance. Does that make sense? The ego is a tricky energy. So really trying to discern what energies are really coming from deep within your soul, coming from your heart, coming from your true desires, shedding away. And this is all going to be a practice, but one of the ways that you can try to figure this discernment out, try to figure out what's what, is when something arises within you, like, okay, I really want to do this. Ask yourself and go through a full like analytical mode, like you're a freaking science project. Okay, why do I want this? Why is this desire coming up? If it's not for joy and for happiness and for love, it's not your intuition. It is your ego. If it's out of fear, if you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this because I'm scared of getting in trouble. Okay, I'm gonna do this because if I don't, I feel like they're gonna get mad at me. Okay, I'm gonna, I don't want to inconvenience. Like, if you're doing things out of fear or anger or lust or just wrongful desire, just petty fulfillments or pettiness in general, those are not intuition-led actions or decisions. That is ego-based actions, and that is what you need to avoid. That is going to be the biggest thing that's blocking you, is your own discernment of what is your ego and what is your intuition. So really, really keep that in mind this month. I'm going to go ahead and pull a closing message from the guides that watch over Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What is the message for Cancer in the month of March 2020? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Jesus, what's happening? I'm about to throw these damn cards. This is pissing me off. Jesus, can I shuffle today? Are we good? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Lost love. Interesting. It says surrender, healing, and release. So your guides are really urging you to release and let go of something that needs to be let go of. There could be something, again, and that could be the thing that you're kind of delaying. You're not wanting to let go of something. You're not wanting to admit the truth about a situation. Maybe there's someone or something that you need to cut out in order to make room for the new, in order to make space for this amazing new chapter of your life. You gotta throw some shit out, Cancer, okay? You've got way too much shit right now. And I feel like that's what you're delaying. You don't want to. Or again, I really think it's your ego that's making you feel afraid to let go of these things or these aspects of your old self. Almost like because you've become so attached to these ways of being or these ways of doing things or these people or these situations, that your ego is kind of feeding you fear of, oh, you can't do this without them, or you can't do this if you let go of this, or you can't move forward if you leave us behind. It's kind of, that's what I'm getting. And that's kind of what needs to happen, is that you need to just surrender and just let it go. I feel like deep, 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 deep down inside, you know that there are things you need to let go of. And instead of just telling yourself that, and instead of, okay, I know I need to let go of it, I'm trying, I'll figure it out. No. I'm sorry, Cancer, but that is absolutely not going to be an excuse anymore, because if you really want it, and here's the thing, you can make this decision right fucking now. If you really want this success, this new chapter, this new abundance, which I feel is going to be so amazing for you guys, really, I'm excited for you, you got to throw what needs to be thrown out, and you got to do it right now. Because there are certain time windows. We all know that time does not sit still, time doesn't stand still, the world does not stop for you to figure shit out. It keeps revolving. Cycles keep opening, doors keep opening and closing, and opportunities come and go. Keep that in mind. Opportunities come and go. It's not the end of the world if you miss something, but also ask yourself, do you really want this? Then take it and take the necessary steps and actions of clearing the past and clearing and letting go and cutting ties with the things that you know you need to, because they cannot help you progress. Ask yourself, do I need this? Do I still need to behave in this way? Do I still need to hold on to this idea? Do I still need to deal with this person? Do I still need to interact with this situation? Are any of these things actually good for me? Are any of these things making me happy and joyful? Are any of these things actually gonna help me get closer to this new chapter, to obtaining these goals? If the answer is no, cut it the hell out. It's so simple. Again, it's gonna be one of those things that is easier said than done, and I understand that, but you gotta do something. And you gotta do something now, because like I said, opportunities come and go, and you really don't wanna miss out on this beautiful, abundant chapter that's presented in front of you right now. But you really, really gotta release. Cry about it, let it all go. Ugh, like you just need to let it go. It could be something also because it's lost love. It could be something that you really love and you're really attached to. But everything comes to an end. Everything must come to an end, and that is so true. Like we will die at some point, and maybe our souls move on after this, and maybe they go somewhere else. But the physical nature, the human nature, that goes away. Okay, and everything that goes with it, all the material things, all the physical things, that all goes away. So at some point, we lose everything. At some point, everyone's life here, you will lose everything. Again, opportunities come and go. I feel like you're just really stressing about losing this thing or cutting this thing out because maybe you feel like you might not find something better or find something equivalent or find something new, but you will. Like I said, opportunities come and go. So if this one is going, a new one is coming, and you gotta make the room, Cancer. That is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you would like to book a personal reading with me one-on-one, you can do so, and the information to do that is going to be in the description box down below. I think that is it. I wish you guys the best of March. Good luck to you. Cut out what you need to cut out. Don't waste time. It's not a time to be wasting time, guys. Not a time to be wasting time, because your new chapter is here, and it's almost like I'm seeing, it's like, what I'm saying is like, it's a train. It's like a train, and then it's leaving at 7:45, and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna get there till 7:46. Well, girl, the train's leaving. Whether you're on it or not, that's what's happening right now in March. This opportunity is here, but it ain't gonna wait for you forever. It's not gonna be like, oh, okay, you know what? We'll wait for you to figure out what you need to figure out, and we'll just wait here. The world, this opportunity will just stand still in time for you to figure your shit out. Unfortunately, that is not how the world works, Cancer. I'm sorry. If you guys want more time, you don't got it, okay? If you want this opportunity, ask yourself, how bad do you want this? How bad do you want this new life, this new chapter? How bad do you want it? Because if you really want it bad, you gotta do the work. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next month or whenever I post another video. Bye-bye.